Hey folks, Amy McDonald here. Welcome to the Abundant Yoga Teacher Vlog. Today, some International Yoga Day celebrations with my friend Kate, as well as a micro training on how to make the most of your content for social media in a sattvic way.
Hey everyone, it's Amy here with Kate. We're at the ashram in yoga in Rockland. We've been given for International Yoga Day goodie bags. It's got incense in it from Satya Sai Baba. What else does it have?
It's got a really great book.
Kate's not as into yoga as I am.
Yeah, I am. I like it. Do that more than... Oh, it's really great, isn't it? Which way does it go? Oh. I love your hat. Look at those wood ducks. It was good today, it was perfect.
What did we do? We did yoga nidra. We did some very gentle yoga asana.
Yeah, I thought the yoga nidra was great, and the teacher was fantastic, wasn't she?
She was.
She was from Germany.
She was good.
She was just really gentle, and I don't know, she just had a very clear in her instructions, wasn't she? Don't you think?
She was wearing yellow robes, and Kate might buy some in the gift shop.
That's where we go.
So Kate didn't buy any yellow robes in the gift shop, but I've got to say they have the best collection of books there at the ashram, and this is my absolute favourite. If you teach yoga nidra or you want to, get this book.
My food looks really good.
We're detoxing. There's only so much sattvic food I can eat before I need a bloody good soy flat white and a slice of whatever this was. Absolutely decadent, fabulous. So I am home from the ashram and Pip is very glad to see me back. I thought you might like to see what's in my show bag. So we got given these for International Yoga Day at the ashram. Some incense. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. And a book, a satsang on yoga by Swami Satchidananda. Pretty good. What else? You like that? You're just glad to have me home. And the International Day of Yoga, yoga for developing inner awareness and potential. Excellent. It's good, isn't it? Can I have a lick? Folks, GYYB is enrolling. We get started really soon. So if 2018 is going to be the year where you go from yoga teaching hobbyist to abundant yoga business owner, check it out. amymcdonald.com.au/growing your yoga biz. Awesome collection of teachers already signed up. So while I was in Europe and teaching the Abundant Yoga Teacher immersions, one thing that kept coming up was people were freaked about how much content you actually need to develop in order to keep your social media humming. So if you use Facebook and Instagram, there are all now even more ways that you can be sharing information on both of those platforms: stories, lives, photos, posts, etc., etc., etc. And for a bunch of people, doing all of that feels like, you know, chitta-fritti in your yoga business, too much to do. So I want to do a quick micro training here on how you can make one piece of content and use it a gazillion times. So let's say, for example, that you make one 10-minute video. You do like a Facebook Live onto your yoga business page. So we have one, not too tall, 10-minute video. Okay, so you can just go ahead and do a live video on your Facebook page, even if it's scary for you. I know a bunch of you have done the challenge. I know you can do this. Next, what you want to do is then cut that video into 1-minute sections so that you can post it on your Instagram. You can also take 15-second chunks of it and post it on your Insta stories. You can also take your main teaching points from it and share it on Facebook. So say, for example, you did a 10-minute video on 3 yoga shapes for insomnia. You could break that into 3 different videos and share it in 3 different posts. or Facebook. Then what you could also do is have that as like a free giveaway when people sign up to your newsletter. Would you like my 3-part training series on yoga for insomnia? And you could send them a different training video every day or every 2 days for 3 or 6 days as a way of getting people to know you and what you're about in your yoga business. So this is called like an opt-in gift. So you can make a 3-part training video opt-in gift. When people sign up to your newsletter. Next, what you can do is from the video, you can just take off the audio part, so just take the sound off the video and save that, and it can become something like a podcast. So you could share it as an audio. Again, it could be an opt-in gift for if you had a guided visualization or something, a mini training. If you have a podcast, you can share it that way. SoundCloud, however, Apple Podcasts, however you want to share sound, you could do that as well. Then what you could have is actually have the podcast transcribed with a transcription service, so that you end up with a full document of the content of the video, and with that you can have like a blog post. You could have an article if you're interested in writing articles. You could have, like for a magazine or online magazine, you could use it as a newsletter. Then, and you'll see where I'm doing this in my business at the moment, you can break those comments down even smaller and you can use them in things like your Instagram comments. You can use them in your Facebook posts. And then if you chunk them down even smaller again, like tiny little beads of wisdom from you, tiny little sutras, then you can also use them on things like your quote template. So if you have a pretty image on something like Word Swag, which is an app that you have on your phone, you can make really pretty little quotes and upload them again to Facebook and Instagram. So quotes, short ones of your amazing wisdom, because remember, you've got a whole bunch of wisdom to share. So let's recap. This is just some of the things that you can do. You go and make one 10-minute video, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 11 different ways that you can use the same content. So if you're getting all freaked out that like social media is ruining your life, here's the hack for you. Make one thing, and from that you can have all of these things. Now what's even cooler is if you are at a point in your business where doing it all yourself is no longer available to you, if you're looking to grow your yoga business, all of these tasks can be outsourced to someone else. So you might want to hire a virtual assistant for, 5 hours a week maybe to get you started. Or you might like to have an arrangement with a karma yogi, maybe one of your teacher trainees. You could offset their investment in your teacher training in order, for them to be your social media manager. You need to do this bit, but someone else can be doing all of these things. So your social media, one 10-minute video a week, you've got enough content to be sharing for that entire week to keep your social media really, really active. And here's the coolest thing. If you get consistent with making one video a week, which you can do in the studio, right, just at the beginning of class, you can mix these things together so that by the time, I might remember that you told me one thing in this 10-minute video, but 2 weeks later, you send me a podcast with just the audio from the video. I've forgotten about the video and it feels like new content to me. So once you get this system humming, you can be intermixing this content and people aren't going to feel like you're constantly saying the same thing. No one's going to remember that you said, yoga helps me be a better mother in this 10-minute video 4 weeks later when your virtual assistant actually makes a quote out of it and puts it on your Instagram. Cool, eh? So no more drama about how having a healthy social media presence takes up your whole life. It seriously doesn't have to. If you get systematic and consistent and use the one thing multiple times, I think there's a yoga thing in there, from the one to many. Anyway, you get my point. hello, would you like to come up? Because everyone's heard you now, and so you're sort of, messing with my flow. Anyway, back to us. Sorry about that, dog bombed. You can be really smart with how you do this stuff, and it doesn't have to take up your entire life. In fact, it shouldn't. Now, last teaching for this vlog before I finish up. Again, I'm incensed about this because I've just spent some really beautiful time with a whole bunch of amazing yoga teachers in London, Glasgow, and Dublin. For anybody who's feeling, what have I got to share, or who am I to be talking about myself all the time, or it's somehow egoic for me to be quoting myself on social media, please remember that all of this marketing is about savor. This is all about being in service. If you are sharing stuff that inspires someone else, who knows how it's going to help them just for that microsecond in that day. No one is being compelled to consume your content. If they're there, if they're following you, it's because they're interested in what you have to say. So say something meaningful, be in service, share what you love most about yoga with warmth, enthusiasm, and passion, and know that if you are getting stuck thinking, who am I to, or I don't want to have a big ego by putting myself on the internet, then you're getting stuck in self, and you need to get back into service. If you think about everything you post could be in service to just one person. There could be one person who is on their phone again because they can't sleep until they see your 10-minute video on overcoming insomnia with yoga. Like, that could be a game changer for that one person. So if you have any drama about being egoic or arrogant, or thinking that you're better than or not good enough when it comes to sharing on social media, remember, all of this gets to be in service. Not to everybody. Not everybody is going to like it. Some people are going to be watching this vlog and be like, will she shut up? And why is her dog always there? Why doesn't she do her hair nicely? I don't know. Whatever, right? And that's okay. This is just not the vlog for them. But there might be one of you watching thinking, holy Toledo, I can actually be present on social media once a week, and someone else can be doing all of this, and I can be reaching my people and being in service. And that's what makes all of it worthwhile for me. So remember, sharing your content on social media does not have to be overwhelming. Not if you come up with a system and you are consistent. Hello, it's like yoga asana. You got to do it, it works if you work it, but you get to work it in a really smart and efficient way, maximizing, doing less better. If you're interested in knowing more of these yoga business hacks, that is exactly what I'm going to be teaching you in growing your yoga business, which is enrolling right now. Get your hustle on, because we have our orientation call coming up this week. It's going to be awesome. If you would like to know more about how to run your yoga business in an efficient way, where it's not taking up all of your time and keeping you up at night, I promise you that is what you will be receiving for 4 of our 8 modules, the nuts and bolts biz basics you did not get in your YTT. Our other 4 modules, glad you asked. Mindset work, the Shakti encoded creative pieces that are required to be an abundant yoga business owner. How do you feel confidence-wise when it comes to your branding and your messaging? What makes you stand out in the marketplace, and how do you convey that in a way that feels authentic and grounded? What about overcoming money drama? If you're still holding on to any limiting beliefs that somehow being prosperous is not being spiritual, I'm going to support you through that as well. So think about it, 6 months of coaching, mentoring, and training with me to really grow your yoga business. Check it out, folks, amymcdonald.com.au/growing your yoga biz. There are some scholarships still available if you need one, so please reach out and ask, and I can send you through the information. Orientation starts this week, and to really whet your appetite, I'm going to finish up this week's vlog with some sharing from some of the GYYB grads.
Hi, my name's Louise. The Grow Your Yoga Business course was brilliant. I learnt so much, I had lots of fun, and the inspiration keeps flowing. It was a great way to really get real on what I needed to do to grow my business, and to get ideas and mentoring from Amy along the way. So I'd highly recommend it.
Hi there, I'm David Newport, and I'm a graduate of Amy McDonald's Grow Your Yoga Business. And what really worked for me out of that course was the fact that it was a kickstart for me to get my business changing to a place where I really want it to be. and it's all going really well. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Beth, and I am a GYYB graduate from last year. Since working with Amy, I'm a recovering people pleaser. I've managed to earn loads more money for my business. It's now my full-time job, which is really, really cool. And it's all down to Amy. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Cheers.
Hi there, this is Rosie Dean, and I'm a graduate of Amy McDonald's Grow Your Yoga Business course, which I did a year or so ago, and it has really changed the way that I run my yoga business. I've now got a decent website, I've got a MailChimp list, I've got all sorts of things like online courses and retreats that I never thought I would ever have, and thanks to Amy for all that.
Hi, I'm Rebecca and I'm a graduate of Amy McDonald's GYYB, and doing the programme gave me lots of clarity and focus in my business and made me become really aware of exactly where I wanted to take things and gave me much more confidence. And it was also a great way to connect with a lot of like-minded yogis and holistic practitioners, really supportive group. Totally recommend that you do it.
Hi, my name's Amy. I just graduated GYYB. I really recommend the program. It's a really great way to connect with other like-minded teachers, and I've really grown in my confidence in my business, the structure of my business, bringing about new programs,